Hi, from the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, or we call it the book of horse sense. When you sit down to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you be a man given to appetite. Once I was seated at a meal beside a United States senator and his wife, and I was sitting there, and it's the meal going on. I don't remember what the occasion, who was being honored, or what it was. But anyway, making small talk with the senator, and I remember being conscious of my manners and the hand up and the napkin on my lap and all that, because I wanted to have a good appearance with the senator. There's a wonderful truth here, though. If you're eating with a ruler, consider your appetite. Don't make a pig out of yourself. I love the thought here. He says, put a knife to your own throat if you're about to make a fool out of yourself. And this is about given appetites. But it moves on. If you read the whole chapter of Horse Sense there, he's not just talking about food, because food is a trigger. Food has always been a trigger into other appetites. That's why we call comfort food comforting. It relaxes all the cells and the brain, and we begin to settle into a pattern of thought that takes us out of the stress zone. So comforting food. For many, it's mac and cheese or a high carb a pasta that just sets aside the restraints or the boundaries that we normally have and says, eat all you want. So you're putting a knife to your own throat when your habits or your appetites become public, or you're around people and they begin to see these habits that you have. So put a knife to your own throat if you're going to be a person given to appetite. Don't be desirous of others or the ruler's dainties. In other words, when you see the little hors d'oeuvres and the dainties that they have, don't be desirous of that, or don't be envious because you can't set the table like they do. You know, I was raised on a farm. I was raised with much influence from grandparents, and literally every day Aunt Lillian or my grandmother would have pinto beans, cornbread, and fried potatoes on the table. If they weren't there at lunch, they were going to be there at supper. And if I was raking hay in the middle of the day and I didn't come in for lunch, my grandmother would walk up to an old oak tree, and there would be a gallon jug of ice water wrapped in newspaper and a brown sack with a cheesecloth around it, and it would be my sandwich. And I would sit there under that tree and eat and drink the water. Sometimes it'd be sweet tea, and I would enjoy it just as though I was sitting at a banquet. I've always just enjoyed whatever it was we had. The Lord has just given me that. Whatever we're eating is just fine with me, whether it's like in Mexico, eating with Pastor Carlos on the side of the road, a couple of tamales sitting on the hood of the truck, or in Nicaragua, eating fish on banana leaves baked. Whatever it is, that's what we have. Enjoy it and be at peace with it. This is Bob Shelton, and that's Horse Sense.